Hey Virgo, you guys get my lucky NCAA t-shirt today. Yep, KU, Big 12, number 1. Of course it is, right? I know. You guys are going to like come back at me and do all sorts of hater words to me, but I am a Jayhawk through and through, so you guys get my lucky t-shirt today. So let's talk about the full moon really quick. I'm going to start shuffling the cards for the second half of March, but I kind of wanted to like chat with you guys about the full moon. It was a very interesting one. I feel like this full moon was really a culmination of all past events, and we kind of talked about this in the first half of March. All of the events that have happened since September last year when we had the new moon in Virgo. There were intentions set. There were things that needed to be completed. There were things that were taken out of our life and then things brought back into our life. And I really feel like that this full moon kind of brought you a guidance. It was like the Hermit card with the little lantern. That was the moon for you, like guiding you through this, you know, all of these spiritual things that are coming up within you. And now there's this culmination. We had a couple of days where it was really, really tough to even like get out of bed after the full moon. There were things that have been taken out of your life. There are things like with the eclipse season, and there were things that were brought into your life. I feel like there were big decisions that you've been trying to make for months and months and months, and finally you get answers on them. Or just questions you've had for months and months and months, and finally you're getting answers for them. I don't feel like it was as harsh to me as I thought it was going to be. Like, I did have those days where I was so incredibly critical of myself, and I really did not want to get out of bed. I still did get out of bed because I'm a Virgo, and that's what we do. We get up regardless of how we feel. We got everybody to take care of, right? But I was so judgmental on myself a couple of days, and dear God, everything had to be cleaned. It was like, and I'm a messy Virgo. I have a Sagittarius moon. I am a messy, messy Virgo. And it's like I had to like spot clean everything. So that moon like super cleaned out a lot of things in our lives, right? Now we can breathe. Second half of March, and I feel like the decisions that you've had to make or the questions that you've had that you haven't quite had answers on yet were answered or taken into consideration. But I feel like there's this clarity that happened on where you needed to go. What's your direction? Where's your stability, right? How am I going to truly find out what my path is now that it's like your eyes have been opened, right? 3 of Wands. What is it that you've been waiting for? 10 of Pentacles. Big business opportunities. Big ideas coming forth from like out of the blue. There are water signs in your presence. Page of Cups. Damn water signs, right? Pisces energy, just chilling. Chilling. So, you know, the Pisces energy is going to hang on for a while. It just is. And Virgo doesn't do really well with being over emotional about things, but when we do get over emotional about things, it's really funny because we'll just put our nose to the grindstone. Like, it's so funny. This is the way I say it. My motto is, I'm going to let myself like wallow in my self-pity and have a pity party for 5 minutes, and then I'm just going to get up and I'm going to turn on the music and I'm going to be gangster. Or gangsta. But as a Virgo, you have to put the ER at the end, right? So, 2 of Swords. That decision on what is it that I am going to do to build my life up, right? To the 10 of Pentacles. I really like this spread so far. The 3 of Pentacles is really telling me that they're like, I love the 3 of Pentacles for a Virgo because this is the teaching card and it's the learning card. Like if you can be a teacher, but you can learn something at the same time, that's like the epitome of what a Virgo loves to do. We love to learn things. If you can teach a Virgo something, man, they're like in love. And I feel like it's kind of like the energy that I'm really feeling around Virgos right now is I just need some more sustenance in my life because I know how I feel, but there's like 1 or 2 more things that I need to get answers on. Or you're in denial that you have questions still. Or you're in denial. It's like, if you look at this card, there's that wolf that's creeping up behind this girl and she wants to move forward, but she doesn't see that there are still some things behind her that she needs to take care of before she does move forward. Right? So, coming to the end of this cycle is like, I've been waiting for this and I'm so ready to break free and just go forward. And I don't want anything to hold me back. You could have a Cancer in your life, that the Chariot, that you really need to make a decision about. This person brings you a lot of happiness and a lot of stability. And I feel like this is like that person that just kind of showed up out of the blue. But Virgo's still not quite sure if it's the right thing for them. Yes, they can make me really happy. Yes, they can make me really stable. But it just feels like there's something that I'm forgetting or something that I'm missing, something I'm not seeing about it. And I don't want to say that you're in denial, that maybe there isn't something that you're not seeing, but it could also be that you are really not turning around. It's like you're in denial that you need to turn around and see it. There's a definite cycle ending here, Virgo. You got the World card. You got the World card. The full moon, culmination of events. Something became crystal, crystal clear to you. Something made you see where that new beginning is going to be. And possibly who it's going to be with. But you're in charge of your own stability. You are in charge of your own happiness. And it almost feels like, man, for once, I'm going to make the decision. For once, I'm going to make the decision, and I'm going to be okay with it. And I'm not going to question myself anymore. And I think in order for a Virgo to not question themselves, they do need to turn around, see if they're missing something, so they can move forward. Because being a perfectionist, you don't want to move forward in your life on a whim. We are very, very logical humans, us Virgos are. We are very analytical. We look at every single detail we can possibly look at. And if the details don't match up, we're out, right? And Virgo is really tired of looking at all the details, making sure everything matches up, or making sure that everything matches up as much as they possibly can, and then things are switched around on them, and things are fucked up on them, and things are like, Because you work too hard to make sure that you have everything just so. And we know it's not going to be perfect. We do like to be perfect, but we know it's not going to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to be conducive, right? Four of Wands. And if something isn't matching up with a Virgo, if something isn't making that Four of Wands stable, something's got to change, right? And I feel like you've made that happen. Death, Strength, the Lovers, Page of Swords. Here come the people, Virgo, King of Swords, and the King of Wands. I'm putting these guys over here by the Page of Cups because I feel like either you are asking for affection from one of these guys. Doesn't have to be guys, could be women. This is a general reading. I feel like Virgo is asking for affection from either one of these men, or both of these men are asking Virgo for affection. And she's like, Virgo's like, I have some things I need to work out, building up my strength. Before I make that final decision with the Page of Swords and the Lovers. And I am kind of feeling the three people vibe. And I'm not saying that you're in like a third party situation. You could be in a third party situation with two other people. That makes three people, right? Or you could just be choosing from two different people. Or you could really be hoping that two other people are going to choose you, or one person of these two are going to choose you. And however that works out in your life, I really want to say that Virgos are on this precipice of really finally becoming whole after a really long time of not really knowing what direction to go in. So if there's a Gemini in your life, a Scorpio, a Leo, Cancer, these are the signs I have right now. There is a decision that will certainly be made in March. Who do I choose? What do I pick? And it doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be in work. Like maybe you have two different bosses and they're asking you to, you know, work with me or work with me or work with me. Page of Wands. And the Three of Swords, Virgo. Somebody's going to get hurt. But interestingly enough, this Page of Wands to me is like that active listening card. And I kind of feel like what you really need to do is not only listen to the people who you trust, your spiritual tribe around you, but also to yourself. Because I don't really feel like Virgo has been listening to themselves very much. I feel like Virgo's finally beginning to trust what their own higher self is saying to them. And now it's time to put that into action. What is your gut telling you to do? What's your gut telling you to do? And it's really funny because you haven't showed up in this reading at all. So there is certainly an emphasis on where do I go? Who do I choose? What do I do in this situation? You can hear the birds outside. I have the window open. It's beautiful today. March. Love March. springtime, freshness, right? There's definitely the end of a cycle for us. And there's like this rising up of strength and change and transformation and this really quick movement forward. I love the Chariot in a Virgo reading because it is so mutable. And we've been sitting for so long, you know? Let's see how March turns out. Because I know that there will be some kind of new beginning happening. Who do you choose? What do you do? Where do you go? What is this new beginning for you? Because clearly, when a Virgo has to do this, or a Virgo feels like this, Three of Swords, it's so confusing and it's so hard to do. And you know the decision has to be made. You can't just keep sitting back and hoping that the universe is going to take care of everything. You know the Page of Swords, you know you have to have that conversation. And with the Page of Swords, it's so tentative that it's like, I don't know if I want to do it. But it has to happen, right? And it's like a matter of, you guys not want to know what happens at the end of March because the cards are just like, you're not talking. There it is. Rebuilding. Excellent. The Eight of Pentacles is the Virgo card in the Minor Arcana. All about rebuilding, all about being very meticulous while rebuilding, all about looking at the details and providing shelter. It's like, yes, I'm going to move forward really, really fast, like the Chariot. Yes, I'm going to rebuild. Yes, I've been through this transformation. It's time. I have the Ten of Cups on my side. I have the World on my side. I have the Ten of Pentacles on my side. Work, love, atmosphere, Seven of Pentacles. So, to me, it's like, Virgo, if there's a heart that's being broken, or your heart's being broken, or someone else's heart's being broken, you're going to dive into work, okay? Just don't stay there for way too long, okay? Seven of Cups. Because if you stay in work for too long, Two of Pentacles, there will be some confusion. The Wheel of Fortune is at the... Ooh, there you are. Nice. Finally showed up with the Empress behind you. Okay. Thanks for playing me like that. Really appreciate it. Wheel of Fortune, Hermit, and the Empress. Because I'm like, if you guys are still confused at the end of March and you're still trying to make this decision and you haven't had this broken heart moment yet, or somebody else hasn't had this broken heart moment yet, and you've buried yourself in work and you're still super confused at the end of March... The universe is going to be like, oh, no, 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 no. I mean, you can take this detour if you want to. Or you can just get straight to it and be who you truly are. And be that lucky-ass Virgo that we know we can be. Right? Because I feel like there's a lot of luck for Virgos right now. That full moon, all of the manifestations that you did. But, like, don't sit on it. You know? Don't sit on it. You got to make that decision. You got to make sure that things aren't confusing for you as you go into April. In May, when Uranus goes into Taurus, we're really going to be like ready to work and ready to go. So we got to leave all the confusion and all of the mess and all of the broken hearts behind, right? Let's do that. I'm like, let's just do it already, okay? Let's just do it. If something is confusing and someone is coming in to apologize for this, okay, but to me that was kind of a channel message. I'm just feeling like there's this confusion of, do I apologize, do I work on this, or do I move forward in my own direction where I want to go? I feel like Virgo's going to move forward in their own direction because, you know, work abounds, love abounds, new beginnings. So, I love you guys so much. So glad I did your reading today. Really, really, really so glad I did your reading today. Because I feel like that March, the end of March, is just going to open up so many doors for you. And just the rebuilding aspect is amazing, you know. And you have a lot of luck on your side, and you have a lot of you and empowerment on your side. So make sure you remember that. Like, getting it all the way at the end of the reading, it's like, I'm not thinking about myself. I'm not thinking about myself. Oh, damn, I got to think about myself now. Right? So start thinking, Virgo, because we got to get this locked down. We got stuff to do this year. We just do. Yeah? Okay, if you want a personal reading, check out the InstantGo app. Also on my website, fearlessintuition.net. All of my services through March are 10% off with the coupon code No Fear. There's no space in between No Fear, just NOFEAR. Yeah. Hope you all are well, and I will see you for April. Bye.